Welcome to MTG Friends. I'm Ryan, and we are continuing the Commander Legends Spoil Day 5/6. And there are even more cool commanders and just great commander cards in this set. Really giving you a lot of choices to add to your commander deck arsenal of cards and commander possibilities. All right, let's just jump in. Obeke Brute Chronologist. It is black, red, blue, and colorless 3/4 legendary creature with a hilarious tapping ability. The player whose turn it is may end the turn. And even better is the flavor text. I'm bored with now. How many of us have felt this way? Oh, I don't know. Weekly? Maybe daily sometimes. Anyways, moving right along. We got Arden, Intrepid Archaeologist for 3. It's a 2/2 whiter. Legendary creature, core scout. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may attach any number of auras and equipment you control to target permanent or player. Wow, this is really interesting. You can have a bunch of equipments that are gigantic and just suddenly attach them. Man, that's pretty cool. All right, well, it's a partner as well, so you can do all sorts of flavorful things with this thing. I'm interested in seeing what you guys come up with that. Or maybe you're interested in seeing what we come up with. Either way, we'll find something. Soulfire Eruption is really spendy, but it's a 6 red. Choose any number of target creatures, planeswalkers, and or players. For each, exile the top card of your library. Then, Soulfire Eruption deals damage to that permanent or player equal to that card's converted mana cost. Until the end of your next turn, you may play the exiled card. Interesting take on that type of mechanic. We'll see if this actually gets any traction. I think it's pretty spendy though, so we'll see. Promise of Tomorrow. It's a 3-drop enchantment in white. Whenever a creature you control dies, exile it. At the beginning of each end step, if you control no creatures, sacrifice Promise of Tomorrow and return all cards exiled with it to the battlefield under your control. Wow, I really like this. And it only costs 3. I can see some serious, fun, janky stuff going on with Promise of Tomorrow. Nostra, Voice of the Crags. It's very colorful in the mana. It's colorless, blue, red, white. Legendary creature, Chimera. It's a 3/3. Tap, choose 1. X is the number of spells you cast this turn. Scry X. Or Nostra, Voice of the Crag deals X damage to target creature, or you gain X life. So it's got some versatility in this. You might consider running this as a commander, but this could also be part of your 99. Interesting card, and I really like that artwork. Very interesting. Is that an owl on with blue eyes? I think that's an owl. I don't know what the heck that is. All right, again, Arcanum Weaver. Boy, I swear this looks like a roommate I used to have in college. His name was Mark, and he was super cool, and he had really long hair. It was a little different. Okay, I digress. Anyways, legendary creature, human wizard. 4 red, white, black. You can tap, sacrifice an enchantment. Return target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Trading up with enchantments. This could be interesting. Very interesting, actually. Tymna the Weaver. It's a colorless, white, black, lifelink human cleric legendary. At the beginning of your post-combat main phase, you may pay X life, where X is the number of opponents that were dealt combat damage this turn. If you do, draw X cards, and it's a partner. And it's a 2/2. So this is a really good draw mechanic for white and for black, especially for white. Very interesting. Yeah, you could run this with Tithe and start really generating some card draw like blue loves to do. War Room. Boy, this immediately shouted out mono colors and dual colors. Add colorless or 3 tap, pay life equal to the number of colors in your commander's color identity, draw a card. So it's an interesting draw mechanic. I could certainly see you running this in mono colors that otherwise don't have very good draw mechanics. Plus, it is a land. So that is very interesting, very cool. I could see putting this in commander decks for sure. Rakdos, Lord of Riots. So this is a reprint. The one that got spoiled is in the wrong language for us. So basically, it is a black, red, red. You can't cast Rakdos, Lord of Riots unless an opponent lost life this turn. Flying trample. Creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each 1 life your opponent has lost this turn. So again, this is a reprint, and this is the English version. Rings of Bright Hearth, also a reprint. I was totally shocked to see this card as a reprint. I don't know if it's going to make the value dollar-wise go down of the original, but it's an interesting reprint. I'm actually glad to see it because it's such a great card. Whenever you activate an ability, if it isn't a mana ability, you may pay 2. If you do copy that ability, you may choose new targets for the copy. This was a highlighted card in one of our recent Commander deck techs of Krenko, which you can always check out if you want. Very cool card, very cool reprint. Thrasios Triton Hero. Green, blue, 1/3 legendary creature, Mayorfolk Wizard. Oh, the Mayorfolks are back, folks. For 4, scry 1, then reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped. Otherwise, draw a card. So it's land grab and draw. Very cool. And it's partner. So you can be running this with a partner and have all sorts of cool stuff going on. I like this card. And boy, what a great addition to the Mayorfolk stock of cards for Mayorfolk Tribal. Armored Sky Hunter for 4. It's a 3/3 cat knight with some super cool stats. Flying. Whenever Armored Sky Hunter attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put an aura or equipment card from among them onto the battlefield. If an equipment is put onto the battlefield this way, you may attach it to a creature you control. Put the rest of those cards on the bottom of your library in any random order. So, man, you could be fetching for like one of the swords and then swing, not just with the cat knight, but something else that's going to be attacking. Oh, and then wreak havoc. I really like this card, and it's got decent stats to boot. All right, Apex Devastator. Boy, this thing was crazy. Oh, it really costs a lot though. 8 colorless green at a 10/10 Chimera Hydra. Yeah. This might have to go in my Hydra deck, although it costs so much. But that's because it cascades, and then cascades. Whoo-wee. This sounds like a win con to me. Very interesting. Super expensive. But it's in green, so not as expensive because you can ramp like a madman or woman in that case. Court of Bounty. It's a 4-drop, another one of the courts, but in green. When Court of the Bounty enters the battlefield, you become the monarch, just like the other courts. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. If you are the monarch, instead, you may put a creature or land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Ooh, I like that. I could see that being very useful in your Commander 99. Wrong Turn. For 3, target opponent gains control of target creature. And just for 3. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Very cool. Blasphemous Act for 9. Ooh, that's a lot of mana to spend. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. Ooh, hey. Okay, this may have just gotten a whole lot less to cast. Blasphemous Act deals 13 damage to each creature. Oh, that's a downside because, you made it less to cast for all your creatures, but then those possibly will die. There's some jank here. You'd have to be careful how you run this. Okay, Archaeologist Lagoon Mystic. It's a 4-drop in black, green, blue. Legendary creature Turtle Shaman. As long as Archaeologist Lagoon Mystic is tapped, other permanents enter the battlefield tapped. As long as Archaeologist is untapped, other permanents enter the battlefield untapped. Okay, we got it. We understand what this thing is doing. I love the flavored text here. It's life is not a race. Lovely. Oh, Ramos Dragon Engine. It's a 6-drop 4/4. I want to say this is a reprint. Don't quote me on that. But legendary artifact creature dragon. Flying. Whenever you cast a spell, put a 1/1 counter on him for each of that spell's colors. Remove 5 1/1 counters from Ramos. And then you can add the color of the rainbows. Activate this ability only once each turn. Okay, yep, pretty straightforward what this thing is. Bolero King Eternal, 2 white blue, legendary creature, Spirit Noble. What cool artwork is this? It's a 2/4 flyer. Whenever Bolero King Eternal deals combat damage to a player, exile any number of target non-land permanents you control, then return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control. So it is a Flicker King. A Flicker King. Yep, flick, flick, flick. Austere Command. It's a 6-drop. Choose 2. Destroy all artifacts, destroy all enchantments, destroy all creatures with converted mana cost 3 or less, or 4 or greater. This is a reprint, and it's a good card. Anawolf Pack Familiar, a couple of the uncommons. It's a 4-drop, 4/4 legendary creature, Wolf Beast. As long as it's your turn, commanders you control have indestructible. Ooh, and it's a partner. Ooh, I like it. I mainly like the artwork. It's like, are we going for a Christmas theme there, or what's going on there? I don't know, but pretty cool, Wolf Beast. And then to round off the list, Armix Filigree Thrasher for 3 in black. It's a 3/2 legendary artifact creature golem. Whenever Armix Filigree Thrasher attacks, you may discard a card. When you do, target creature defending player controls gets -X/-X. Ooh, so it's like super awesome with board clear until end of turn, where X is the number of artifacts you control plus the number of artifact cards in your graveyard. All right, so this would definitely be for an artifact heavy build, and it's partner, so that's pretty cool too. And that rounds off our list for today's spoilers. We have some interesting ones, and I just think this set has some really fun, great includes and things for your consideration in builds and decks that you might build in Commander. I'm really liking this set. Tell me what you think. Put comments in the comment section. Hit the like button. Hit subscribe if you're new. And check us out at the other episodes. All right, thanks for tuning in and being a friend of the gathering.